Rick's a high horsepower kind of guy. He loves horsepower, especially Chrysler horsepower. Always has.
It's the feel of power. It just does something to you, knowing that you've got that power at your hand anytime you want it.
Rick's not a drag racer. He's never had a ticket in his life. He's a retired Chrysler management guy and has been driving fast cars for years. Here's the story of his 2015 Challenger Hellcat.
I've always been a Chrysler nut. I previously had a 2010 Challenger SRT8 that I built into a Hellcat. But when I got the word that they were bringing out a Hellcat with more power than I could produce in my other one, I sold my 2010 and I waited for this one.
A car he just had to own. Hellcat enthusiasts will know all about the Red Key. Let's talk about horsepower and what Rick has done to his Hellcat.
Original power to the engine is 707 horse. I've done a little work to it, starting with pinning the crank, changing the drive shaft, changing the rear end, changing the supercharger pulley, unlocked PCM and programmer, and tuned by high horsepower in Delaware. Now the car puts out 850 horsepower at the crank.
Chrysler says the 707 horsepower model would do 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. I didn't want to ask Rick how his upgrade to 850 horsepower would improve on that. The Challenger was built in September 2014 as a 2015 model. Rick ordered it 6 months before it was ever made and only received it in December of 2014. Rick says his is the first Hellcat built for Canadian retail.
Well, being the first one, I also have photos of the car being built. And it's special because it's the first production car in Canada.
The Hellcat has an 8-speed Power Glide automatic transmission, but this is not just any transmission.
You know, the car has different modes. When you first start the car, it goes into a default, which is for the street. You can set the car for custom, street, or track, which will stiffen the suspension and quicken the shifts and make the shifts harder.
Rick's Hellcat has a rev limiter at 6,200 RPMs to prevent engine damage.
It shuts the gas off, limits the gas to the motor, so you can't hurt anything. From what I understand, it's only going to be in production with this body style for 1 more year. Then it's going to a lighter body style, no more supercharged Hemis. So this is a special car. It's a keeper.
Now you know a little more about one of our Windsor and area specialty cars. Thanks for viewing. I hope you enjoyed. And come spring, we'll see you at the car shows and cruise nights.